Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
And we have a winner for our Congrats Dr. Lisa challenge.
Who?
It's who won.
Okay.
But there were multiple people.
I know.
Yeah.
Somebody just mentioned it the other day.
But yeah, I did a eeny, meeny, miny, mo through all of them and picked them that way. Yeah.
Cool.
I do different things. Actually, I was thinking that if Honey had sat in, which I had thought about asking you if she wanted to sit in today, I could just set her up here, which I think that would be fun, especially if we had like a shorter episode, but, and have her pick one of the times. So that would be fun too.
Sure. So what are we going to set for a contest today? What's our contest du jour?
I don't know. Do we want to do one every week? I mean, I love a contest.
Who doesn't?
Is it a contest or just a giveaway?
Fun.
Yeah, it's free fun. Yeah, so I'm going to send her a $50 Amazon gift card. And I also, I just announced in my group because every month I do a giveaway for my Crunchy Girls. So everybody that places an order gets put into a drawing for the gift of the month.
Yes.
And this month it was a full-size nightlight, which is the night cream. You don't really use that. You like the daylight one better.
I'm in the daylight.
You're in the daylight.
I'm a daylight boy.
But Amy Vaughn was the winner of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And she's a newer client and a new customer too. So it's always funny, but it's the same thing. Actually, these ones I put into a wheel because I have
A canasta?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I can enter them all in and then you just hit the button in the middle and
Like
it just
they used
spins.
to have on, what's this? Oh, gosh, Bob Eubanks. No, not Bob Eubanks. That was the Newlywed Game. Bob Barker.
Bob Barker. Oh, like The Price is Right?
Price is Right.
Oh.
Well, he had the thing where you put the tickets in and every now and again somebody's reaching in.
So not the wheel.
No.
Not the big wheel.
No.
You're talking about something different where they are just spinning it. Is it where they pick the names of the people that come up on stage?
I don't even know.
Okay.
That's a game show from days gone by.
It is.
Bob Eubanks. That was the Newlywed Game.
I like that.
Gene Rayburn was Match Game.
Uh-huh.
Wink Martindale was...
Oh. Toilet's running.
Better catch it.
I feel like you were waiting for me to say that just so you could say that.
No. I don't know. They just pop in there, things like that. I can't help it. So what are we going to do? You ready?
Yes, I'm very ready. Yeah.
Who was Alan Ludden? Alan Ludden was the host of The Password Is.
Oh, that was one
Alan
of my
Ludden
favorites.
was married to Betty White.
Oh, really?
Oddly enough,
That's
yeah.
very interesting.
The Password Is
Yeah.
Beagle.
What was your favorite game show?
Richard Dawson hosted...
Family Feud.
he did the Family Feud, but before that, it was something else. Or no, maybe he was a guest on another show. Oh, no. Who was the older guy? Gene Rayburn. Gene Rayburn hosted the Match Game. I like the Match Game.
Okay.
And then, who was the guy on...
What was the show where they dressed up in all different costumes?
That was Let's Make a Deal.
Let's Make a Deal. That was my favorite.
And that was Monty Hall.
Monty Hall.
How do I even know this?
I don't know, babe.
I'm pulling these out of the Wayback Machine.
Neurogenics.
Well, who was the guy? There was a show where there was a bachelor, and then Bachelorette number 1, Bachelorette number 2, the dating game.
The dating game.
Yes,
that was
yes.
also a really good one.
That
and
guy's name was Dave something.
They had such cute
He had
costumes,
the big glasses.
cute outfits. Oh yeah,
We got to figure that out. Who hosted the dating game? Dave.
Are you looking it up, Graham? Oh.
Anyhow, let's go.
Yes.
Let's
okay.
go.
Yeah.
Past the fire, past the sounds. Moonshine through the clouds, saddle up, 'cause there's no stopping me now.
With another exciting episode, Living Well Together.
Big Life in a Small Town.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Rolling through the years on game shows. I can't believe I remember all that stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, that's what would happen,
you
though,
would
when
be
you
a
would-
really good game show host.
Oh, I think there's no doubt about that.
There's no doubt about that. I feel like sometimes your workshops and master classes, you turn them into game shows.
That's true, actually. You know, before we built this office, I had a series of 3 different dreams about this office. We discussed this, right? But in the first dream, it was like a game show, and it was, Living Well Spine Center and patient care, and the place was packed. Old people, young people, big people, small people, black people, white people. It was this big party, like a big community party where everybody was getting adjusted and getting taken care of and supporting each other and kind of just loving life. But it felt like a game show, and I was the host. Just going from table to table and taking care of business. And I'm like, hey, good evening and welcome. I don't know, kind of crazy. And now it is what it is. It's not that. Although it can feel a little game showish in here sometimes.
Well,
yeah,
like in a good, because it's fun.
Well, I think getting well should be fun.
Should be fun.
I mean, you got to be serious when it's appropriate to be serious,
Absolutely.
but it's also kind of fun to, we do some fun things periodically.
Jim Lang.
Yes, Jim Lang.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Those big glasses.
That's the dating game.
Oh, that was the only one I missed.
Yeah, that was 1965 to 1980.
Hello.
Did you know it was on for that long?
I did not.
I had no idea. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, we are going to chat about, this is kind of like a spinoff from the vitamin D outside by the camper episode. Because we had started talking about not needing everything. And I have just since then, and that's just been a couple of weeks ago, I just have noticed, like in my social media, in my email, everybody is selling me something.
A gadget or a supplement or a workout toy or
a fitness schedule or, I mean, blood work and just you name it, and they're selling it.
Yeah.
And it made me so want to just, like, we sell stuff. Like I have wellness services and I am involved with clean beauty and peptides. And it makes me not want to tell you guys about it.
Well, and so I think there's a huge difference between selling something because you want to generate revenue for your next purchase. That is not the same as sharing information with people who need a problem solved.
Right.
If you have a solution to their problem and you know what their problem is, then there's this exchange that happens. But it technically it is selling. But you have to know what their problem is. Right. Like you can't, not everybody needs everything.
No. In fact, I mean, even us, because I went through and I cleaned out I have this whole corner in our kitchen that's our little wellness center. And so it has the Vitamix and the juicer and all the things in there and all of our supplements. And then in several drawers below that are even more supplements. And I was on a cleaning binge and I'm like, what's in here? I think it was probably because I couldn't find something. And I'm like, why do I have all these supplements
that don't get used?
And a lot of them were standard process and I knew why I had them. Some of the things that were in there were random things that I didn't even know why I had them. Some of them were in there for a really, really long time and were expired. And some of them are, why don't I still take these? Some of them were
some of it is like, holy moly, I forgot about that.
And this is a really good
42
thing.
other things.
Yeah.
I want to go back up to the expired thing. Here's what's cool about supplements, especially quality brand supplements. When the expiration date is there, it doesn't mean they've gone bad.
Right.
It means they may be losing their potency.
Exactly.
But you're not going to it's not like eating bad tuna fish.
Right.
No,
you're
not going to have that happen. So supplements that have gone beyond their expire date, and most, the health food store may take them off the shelf or whatever.
And we do too. Like we don't sell the supplements, but we still use them.
I'll still eat them though.
Yeah.
10 times out of 10, I'll still eat them.
And talking about the tuna fish thing, there's the only one that I would not recommend is the omegas. If it is a fish oil omega.
Well, you can tell rancid oil though. Rancid oil is easy to spot.
Yes, usually it smells bad, but in the capsules, you might not be able to smell it. But you and I, we like to pop the capsules open anyways.
Yeah, I don't even like to digest the capsule. I like to just squeeze the oil out. Right,
exactly. But it just kind of, it made me start thinking about it. So from that episode, I'm like, if people, based on the amount of supplements that people purchase in this, I think there's like $1 trillion industry at this point.
And I don't know what the dollar amount is, but I know it's not small.
Yeah. We should all be well.
Okay.
Based on the amount of money that's being spent.
I'm going to argue about it, but that's a good perspective to have. But yeah, I mean, well, knowing better and doing better don't always match. And spending revenue on things that you may or may not eat doesn't always help. And it's hard, frankly, because, the diet that we consume is garbage. Even in the best of circumstances, staying healthy has become very, very challenging, which is why that industry has exploded.
Right.
And some people, are legit in their sales and their product. Some people are just in it to win it and short life and
6.8 trillion.
That's pretty
wellness.
good.
That's so much.
On wellness products, that means not just supplements, though.
That's not just on supplements. That's that's just the global wellness. So that's around the world. That's not just in the United States. But don't you think that influencers make everything look so good?
Yeah. Well, that's their
job. That is their job. But it makes I get sucked in too.
Oh.
Even whether it's for makeup, I'm like, oh, I should try that and see what other people would think about this.
Right.
I want to see, if I don't see a full label, it's like I need to order it so I can see the full label.
Right.
And, as a comparison, and I get sucked in just from that side of it. But even for the wellness things, it's like, oh yeah, that sounds great. That's going to be a life changer.
Yeah, the Amazon people they never miss our porch. There's a lot of things that we test or try. When I say we, I mean you.
I do test and try a lot of things.
And to be honest, you spend a good deal of money on it. You're part of that 6 trillion. You spend a lot of money on things as an attempt to share information with others. So you're good at sharing the content. You're good at sharing ingredients. You're good at letting people know here's what's valid and here's what's not. Your recent training kind of elevates you to that influencer status, to be honest. And so people trust you because you've done the homework, and then you buy the product, and then you get to review it.
I do like to compare. I really do.
Rightly so.
Yeah. I want, it's, but my thing is, before you would ever buy anything that we talk about, I would love to have a conversation with you to see if it is a fit, to see if it matches something that you already have so that you don't have to purchase, or, to just have a little bit of insight into whether or not that's a good idea, whether it's chiropractic or peptides or clean beauty.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Right. Some guidance.
Just some guidance. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's smart.
Because we had a lot of things in ours that were overlaps, and I know we're not alone in that. And it's like, how much do you need? I think I told you that I went through all of our subscriptions and canceled them. It's like, no, we're going to buy these things one at a time because it starts
Otherwise
to
they
stockpile.
Right.
Too. And I didn't like that.
Some of which is not bad. I'm not afraid of a little stockpile, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Protein
I know
powders, some of the things that we like.
And we have,
to have some backup is
like
smart.
I said, I had 10 bags of dishwashing powder. I don't need that many bags of dishwashing powder.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with you.
It's just the two of us.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I was thinking about as far as a core message was that we don't have a product problem.
Okay.
We have a pattern problem.
By we, you mean who?
As a society.
Okay, thank you, because we don't have a pattern problem. Everybody else might.
Everybody else, okay.
No, we probably do too.
No, I think we do.
To be fair.
Yeah, because, there's, if a body is already depleted, distorted, stressed, dysregulated, it doesn't matter what you add into it.
Well, if you gave the best supplements and
yes.
the best nutrients and the cleanest water and the best food, if you gave it all to a dead person, guess what?
Right.
They're still dead. So the reality is...
But even to a sick person sometimes. I mean, you can build a person back up again, but not to the, there's some very basic
And we've
things.
talked about that before, but I would contend that we're the most probably overfed but undernourished group of people on the planet here in the USA.
Yeah.
The kids were recently in China.
Yeah.
And you know what they did not see? Obesity.
Right.
I mean, they were blown away by the way people eat, by the way they manage their meals, and by the energy spent to, you don't see obesity where people are doing the right things.
Unless somebody is truly ill. They were talking about that with thyroid issues. If there was a Hashimoto's issue.
A metabolic malfunction is different than just your overall living on Oreos. But they said the food was not nearly as sweet. Even the cookies were more like crackers.
Yeah.
It was
Lily
fascinating.
said it was red bean paste. She thought it was going to be this little luscious dessert thing, and it was red bean paste.
Yeah.
And it's like, ah.
But it's easy to not
carbs.
overeat when it tastes awful. Like, hey, I'm not eating that. Fried brains were on the buffet or whatever. And it's like,
I know,
okay,
yeah.
I
They
can
were
skip
very
a meal.
brave. No, I totally agree. And they did say that there is white rice at every meal, but that's easy to digest. And
Right.
yes, it's a
And it's
carb, but
quick
it's
calories.
a clean carb. Yeah.
Right.
Um,
Yeah,
there's-
white over brown rice every time. In fact, they said there was no fried rice.
Exactly. So, there's actually, I think, let's see, there is actually a program called the Rice Diet. Now, so you
Yeah, I've heard of
don't go down that rabbit hole right
There's
now.
Hollywood people that promote that.
Well, and it works. I mean,
Okay.
it really is amazing. Well, it's not like one of those 3-day quick fix things.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle, and it's like Dr. Mercola now talks more about how important glucose is.
Oh, yeah.
Less fat, more carbs, more glucose to energize our bodies. And it's very similar to that. I mean, the doctor that started that, it really went against, like he was ostracized.
Vilified.
Yeah. And some, I swear it's the ones that,
Yeah, the people that start telling truth are the ones that get shut out.
Yeah.
That's common.
Yeah.
And we've talked about the food pyramid before. We've talked
yeah.
about the
And how
healthcare
upside-
system before.
upside down it is.
But I like your analysis of we don't have a purchase problem. We have a pattern, not a product problem, a purchasing pattern problem.
right.
Triple
exactly.
P, say that quick. A purchasing pattern
Yeah.
problem. So, and again, you're right. No matter what you put into the system, if the system is malfunctioning, you're not going to get the benefits
And
of
the
it.
wellness industry is not designed to simplify your life. It is not designed to simplify your life.
Okay.
They will tell you that it is, and they would tell you that every product that they're promoting is a must-have, their favorite thing.
Okay.
The only thing they know that's worked. It's like the solution to everything. And like we said, it is their job, but they really can sell it so well. And I just want to be the one to say,
Pump the brakes. Yeah. Quit buying stuff.
because you need to ask your body, truly, do you even need this? You might already have something in your cabinet that is just like it. Or you might not need it at all.
So you're anti-consumerism? Is that what you're telling
I
me?
don't know. I'm feeling that way right now.
Less is more?
Less is more. Yes, less
No,
information.
Less is less. More is more. Less
Well-
is never more.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Well, and people say that all the time. Well, less is more. Well, no, less is less.
So this is how I'm feeling, is that we are in a time of overconsumption, that we are just buying all the things. So we're just getting all these things.
Why
It's
do you think that
wasteful
is?
money because we're being sold to. I feel like we're very vulnerable to wanting to be well, be the best that we can, like things that are going to minimize stress and maximize your life. That's why I feel like we're buying the things. There has to be a reason. It has to be because we want to be better or our best, right? But also over measuring. That's the Oura Ring stress.
So talk about your ring.
over-measuring
Tell us about your little
everything.
jewelry. What do you got there?
So a couple of weeks ago, I decided that I was going to test this out. Our good friend, Dr. Julie, she and I are both, we're both on Full Script, and they were offering practitioners a really good deal on the Oura Rings. And I'd thought about it. I'm anti Apple Watch and Fitbits and things like that, but I'm
Why?
because I know what it does to the heart sound. Heart sound
Yep.
recorder. So
So
I would be interested.
electromagnetic frequency from your
Exactly.
wearables may or may not be best for your health and well-being. Is that what you're saying?
Overall, yes, but we're not going to talk about that right now
Okay,
because I
good.
knew that I was going to. Because this
we
is
could.
it's a trade-off, and I knew that it wasn't something that I wanted long term. I
Hmm.
just wanted to see some measurements, mostly my sleep,
Okay.
because that's something that we don't really have access to. That we only have how do you feel when you wake up in the morning, which I think is probably good enough.
Pretty legit.
But what's the reason? Is it because of movement? Is it because of oxygen supply? What's the reason why you wouldn't be sleeping good? And the ring does tell you that. But here's what I found is that the way the measurements show up on, and Graham, I'll give you a screenshot of my camera to show you the app. Because there's these bars that show stress in pink and then recovery in blue. And they call all, activity that is beyond engaged. So if I was running, which
Sitting
I
on the
would never
couch is
do.
one form of activity. Running to the bathroom is stress.
Or eating a heavy meal, or a big laughing, a lot of engagement with family. I noticed that, like when I was talking to clients, my stress would go up, and even if it was a friendly conversation,
Okay.
and it was, I
So are
love
you
our,
saying
I
that
love
the
our
data
clients.
may be somehow not accurate?
No, I do. I just wish they didn't call it stress. I wish they called it activity or boost or something better than stress, because I already think of myself as a stressed person. And to see the pink bars that are telling me you're this stressed and you're only that much recovered is
Stressful.
stressful. It's
100%.
making things worse.
Okay.
It's making things worse. So
I'm glad you're confessing this in front
I'm
of our
confessing
listening
this.
/
And I'm not
viewers.
saying, I just tend to be one of those people that look at the data, which I think is valuable, but I'm someone who then I outsource my
Autonomy.
Yeah, in a way.
Well, because you're relying more on the device than your body, than your own intuition, than your own ability to say, here's what's actually going on with me.
Yes, I was making the score more important
Right.
than my person.
Yeah.
And
Which they count on.
they count on it, but they give you some. It's not like they're selling anything then through the app. It's not like, oh my gosh, you're so stressed, you need Kava Forte. It's not like they're saying
But you mentioned
that.
how all these things have started showing up in your feed recently.
Like what?
All these wellness things. That's what we started the conversation with.
Oh no, these have always been. I think because we are in that. I mean, we talk about wellness all the time, even when we try not to. We talk about it, and our phones are listening.
Well, my thing is your Ring feeding information to somebody who can then turn it around and use that to sell you things.
Probably, but
would say
I
yes.
wouldn't know the difference because
Right.
because we see so much of it anyways.
Sure.
Yeah. No, that's just I don't. That's nothing new.
I would never do that.
But I need to figure out how to separate myself from the numbers.
Okay.
And then I think that it might be more valuable. My sleep actually looks fantastic. Like I barely move. My oxygenation is really high. I don't have any breathing irregularities.
You should have just asked me. I could have told you all this for free. I mean, not
I
to
might
point
let
out the
Caitlin.
obvious,
I
but-
might let Caitlin have the Oura Ring if she wants to test it out for herself. But it's. I don't. Maybe other people that have an Oura Ring, they are not obsessed with it, and maybe it's because it's still very new that I find myself checking to see where I'm at through the day.
Yes.
It does have a heart rate variability that I haven't been doing it long enough to have those numbers, and also a resiliency score. So I'm curious about that.
They want you for the long run.
Well, that's just a month. I just need to be doing it for 30 days. And then, so that's why I said 30 days.
Got it.
But I found myself waking up, checking my readiness. I don't feel like I let it influence my mood, but it probably did a little bit, probably made me more stressed. But what I did find was that it disconnected me from my own internal cues,
Yep.
like the things that I've been living with, like even blood pressure wise or anything like that. It's like I know my body well enough that I kind of already knew these things, but I just
Validation, though.
validation, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So part of me just wants to tell you guys, don't worry about the Oura Ring,
Okay.
but
That's
if
not going to go well for the people who are,
or if you can, if
listening.
you're somebody that didn't need to get straight A's in school and have a perfect score on everything, then you'll be fine.
your
I feel
high
like I
driver
need.
personality is probably not good aura material.
No, I would be if it was always an A. I would be thrilled. I'd be like,
Have you found a way to circumvent it and cheat the
no,
aura?
I need to ask Noble. Noble would know. Noble would figure it out.
There's got to be a cheat code for your stress bar.
Right. So, I think that the body doesn't need more input, though. I think that if people could take a step
I think it needs less input.
less input.
Less internet, less television, less movies, less entertainment. It needs to be feeling the vibration from the trees in the wilderness. It
Right.
needs to be, putting its feet on the planet so that they can communicate.
Exactly.
There's a million things to not do, and the things to do are fairly simple.
They
We've
are.
just been led to believe that they're time wasters or that they're not important.
They're too simple.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Oh, if it
that's
was that easy, my doctor would have told me.
right. Exactly. So we don't need more stuff. We don't need more stimulation. We don't need more protocols, but we do need better minerals.
Okay.
We do need better rhythms.
Yes.
We need better digestion for most people so that they are getting those nutrients, and they need better nerve system support.
Okay. Well, you're not going to get any argument here.
I mean, that's
called
taking,
common sense.
Yeah, but
It's just not
we've
that common
talked about,
anymore.
right,
Now,
exactly.
and there's studies now that say the kids that are working at school on a tablet have a very different attention span. They have a very different retention of information span than the kids that used to use books.
Yeah,
Paper books rule.
yeah.
The electronic thing is wrecking people's brains.
Yeah, even for me, and we've talked about this before, like I have that In Awe of God book that my friend Valerie had told me about, and I love it. It's the first real book that I've had for a while because I would be reading on my phone, and it just feels so differently.
It feels wonderful.
Yeah.
You can write in it. You
Yeah.
can highlight it. You can scribble in the margins.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of like the Artist Way book too.
Yeah.
I have lots of notes on those. So I guess it's not true. It's not the only book that I have because I do have that other one, but I've had that one for a long time. But yeah, so I can see how that would happen with the kids.
100%.
You know?
They're hooked,
Yeah.
and they can't get unhooked unless their parents just unplug them. Screen time minimization,
Yeah.
whether it's a television, a laptop, a tablet, or a phone. Almost every kid I got toddlers that know how to work a phone in this office.
Right.
Toddlers know how to swipe.
Yeah.
And
Honey does too, but she's not even in front of him that much. It doesn't take. I just feel like
her parents actually do a pretty good job of regulating it, frankly.
they're amazing at it.
Because they're in charge. Most people use that phone as a babysitter.
Right.
And that's not something we've ever done, and nor would we ever encourage other people to do.
So when we traveled, we had long distance travel, not like just running around town.
Right.
But we had gotten the girls, were they PlayStation, Game Boys maybe, Graham? Is that what they were?
Folded up, right?
Yeah.
Folded in half.
And so they each had one of those for when we would travel. The girls were never that into them.
No, thankfully.
Yeah. But it did make the time go by faster for them. So we weren't completely, we were pretty Amish, but we weren't that Amish.
We didn't
They
have
did
cable until they were teenagers.
Yeah, 16, I think. We had 4 channels.
Yeah. But there was,
It was fine.
Yeah.
It worked out fine. It was,
if one of us ever says Hershey bars were a nickel and we walked uphill to school both ways.
don't even do it.
But
Yeah.
no, we made a conscious choice. The TV was in the basement. If you wanted to watch it, you had to go down to
Still
the
in the
dungeon.
basement.
Well, our basement's not as dungeony now as that basement was, but at the time, yeah, that was a musty dungeony. You got to go downstairs if you want to watch the Devil Box.
Yeah, the devil box. So the hidden stress of trying to be healthy.
Yes.
That's managing all the things, timing all the supplements, taking all the supplements.
3 times a day. You want me to do this 3 times a day? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
There are some
At
people
6
that,
o'clock and
it
some with food and
almost
some without
does
food and-
become a full-time job.
Yeah.
And just being able to, maybe initially, if you need a whole full-on protocol, which a lot of us do if we're trying to increase sufficiency,
Right.
then you might need to, but it does not have to be for a lifetime. It really
I like
doesn't.
simplicity in that department. You're right. We don't need 700 supplement bottles on a shelf.
No.
Some very, very, very basic nutrients just to offset the deficiency created by your American diet would be super helpful.
Exactly. And not feeling like you're doing it wrong. If you're trying your best and you're reaching out for help if you need it, following people that you really can trust, not that are just trying to make a sale, then that's a good start.
And I think people know when they're being worked. I think people know when they're being sold.
I think it's harder to tell these days. Or are we just easier to sell to?
Well, that's because we've been led to not trust our gut. Now you can't believe anything you see anymore.
I know.
Between AI and computer generated changes and believing yourself, believing what you see, believing what you hear can all be so artificially modified that I think people have a hard time trusting anybody. Trusting themselves is a real, rat race.
Yeah, so toxic stress about wellness is still toxic, and that's called orthorexia.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
it's got a whole name.
Called, my Oura Ring is telling me I'm more stressed than I actually am, and it's stressing me out.
Yeah. Because I just feel like it's just that I'm busy. Like I'm doing
You're
things.
productive.
I'm productive.
You're the lousiest relaxer I think I've ever known.
Yeah.
Except for once in a while. Every now and again, you'll tune in for a little bit of downtime, but you're usually more productive than you're not.
Yeah. We spent some time on the sofa this weekend
Watched a
watching.
little golf.
Watched a little golf, and we caught up on Survivor. Do you guys watch Survivor? Maybe that's what we can do. That can be a giveaway.
What? Comment Survivor?
Comment Survivor if you're a watcher. Yeah.
All right. Done.
Yeah.
Your comment section this week is Survivor. Everybody who comments Survivor on this episode goes into the drawing.
I love
And
that.
tell us again who won this week. I don't know if we were recording when you said that.
Nikki Hellman.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, Nikki.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. She'll
She's
love
so
that.
sweet. She, in my private group, do you remember the homemade SpaghettiOs that I made?
Yes,
I made them just recently for Honey too. But I posted the recipe in there.
Okay.
And so she was going to make it for her little daughter, Josie.
Yeah.
And she was
She's not
really,
little anymore. Josie's probably 6.
but she really loves SpaghettiOs. And
Okay.
Nikki is like, I'm not giving you SpaghettiOs. So she was so grateful. Whenever I post anything, she's always like, are you in my head? Are you in my house? Like there are things that she's just talking
And those
about.
are tasty. You did a neat job with
Yeah,
that.
they're so delicious. And I just adapted a recipe from Half Baked Harvest.
Okay.
That girl, Tegan, she has amazing recipes. If you don't follow her, definitely.
That's the
give
other
her a
thing I love
follow.
about you. You always give people credit when it's due. You never think everything is got to be about you. Thank you for that. I love that.
You're welcome. But you've said yourself that like there's nothing new under the sun.
I've never invented anything.
Right. It's like we're all just kind of taking a
Regurgitating it and chewing on it
mix
and
match.
spitting it back out.
Right, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. What else did I want to, what actually
know.
moves the needle? So some things that just actually move the needle. So not chaotic eating, consistent meals, mineral
Consistent
support.
meal time is important as well, I think.
Yeah. Mineral support, hydration that actually hydrates. I was just, Dr. Mercola I get his newsletters every night. They come out at midnight. And he just had an article on his Substack about watermelon and how that is the absolute best source of hydration. I mean, it's called watermelon, but it actually has the best potassium, best source of potassium.
Okay.
It is turns citrulline into taurine, which is a great amino acid that we can actually utilize then for strength and energy. Actually, I'll include the link for his article, Graham, because I think it was very, very fascinating. And they're talking about not making like watermelon juice. Like you do have to chew some of these foods for the
digestive
best
process actually
benefit.
begins with chewing,
Exactly. Yeah. And
which is why chewing gum, by the way, is a mistake.
I know, right? Yeah. I used to be
you
such a
start
gum
chewing
chewer.
gum and your brain says, hey, okay, let's get ready to digest food. And then your stomach starts churning because
Yeah.
you're chewing.
Right. And
then
it's like,
like,
where's
hey,
the food?
I want to rip off. Send something down the hatch.
So simple, repeatable routines, things that you don't have to think about every day that you just do. And just remembering that the people that are feeling the best are not necessarily doing the most. Some of them are actually doing the least.
Sure.
Because then they can actually live their lives. There was another person, Shailene Johnson. I listened to one of her podcasts recently, and she was talking about walking and how for women, we tell them 10,000 steps. Everybody's so addicted to 10,000 steps. And there's no study that says that 10,000 steps
It's
are
like
the thing.
the 6 feet distance thing.
Yeah. There's literally no research about it. It's more like 4,400 steps a day. And I'm not saying if you're a 10,000 stepper, do it. But people that have been doing 10,000 steps consistently are not getting the same results that they used to get.
Well,
And-
if your body, and you've already kind of hit on this, if 10,000 steps is stressful to your body,
Exactly.
your Oura Ring will go pink. And so cortisol levels go up and enzymes are wrecked and hormones aren't balanced. It's stress.
Right. Well, it does turn into stress. But what Shailene was talking about was that there is I think they call it Japanese walking is what the terminology is for it. But the way I think of it as rhythm walking. And this is something that I have talked to my clients about for a couple of years now,
Mm-hmm.
and that you get more benefit if you do like 3-minute build walk. So just regular walk, 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 and then a 3-minute boost. So you're going to step it up a little bit, not to a run, but just another 3 minutes. And
Interval
actually,
walking.
yeah, it's just interval walking, and that you can do less steps in less amount of time for better results.
Okay.
And so that is also simplifying your walking, simplifying your fitness.
Okay.
Because some people are like, if I'm going to have to get up in the morning and walk all day to get my steps in, because 10,000 isn't enough anymore. And then it goes more. And
So you're saying it's not how many, it's what kind.
it's what kind. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And
So I could
simpler.
do less and gain more.
Yes.
So less could be more.
Less good.
You are freaking me out.
I figured we'd just scooch back around
Shut
to
the
that.
front door. So let's cut down to like,
Yeah, I think we're
like
we're
let's give 'em
down. Yeah.
5 things.
5 things. Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. If we could take everything away and just give them 5 things back, or at least the 5 things.
We're talking about minimizing steps. Let's cut
Yeah.
out some of the trash.
Right.
But let's get down to some really just very basic things that people could say yes to easily.
So we talked about morning light,
Okay.
and that's definitely something easy.
So the sun is not the devil.
The sun is not the devil. No.
I don't know what's got stuck in there. Now it's gone.
Honey would say, "Do you got a frog in there?"
No, she would say fwog.
She's so sweet. I just love her. Having a protein rhythm, prioritizing protein, not necessarily in the form of collagen, but a lot of people take collagen, not necessarily in the form of protein powders, because a lot of times people don't digest protein powders well and they end up bloated and they don't understand. And it's a lot of times because of that. But like real protein, like
Yes.
rotisserie chicken.
Flesh.
Or beef
Eggs.
or, yeah, that type of protein.
Real people should eat real food.
Exactly. Simple holistic skincare. I mean, that's definitely something that I would give people back, because a lot of what they're putting on their body, this is just a trade-off. If they're already using something better is a good trade-off.
Well,
and it's the benefits
and I
are
think people
extreme.
underestimate that dramatically.
Totally
This is the same
underestimated.
person who'll spend $200 a month on supplements and then put makeup on that just totally wipes out their endocrine
Yep,
system.
or skincare. And it just makes your body work overtime. And it's something that's so simple
it's
to
toxicity,
change.
it's pollution.
And then emotional and nervous system regulation.
How are you going to do that?
Well, nervous system regulation there's a couple
spinal
of
care,
things.
yeah, chiropractic
Spinal
care.
care.
But not everybody's up for that, and to
not
be
everybody's-
honest.
yeah.
So what do I got to do to neuroregulate if I'm not getting corrective spinal care?
You'd probably be able to answer that better than I would.
Well, I think mindful meditation,
Yes.
focusing your thoughts on where you want to go instead of not where you want to go, where you don't want to go.
Absolutely.
Right? You can't change what the president's doing. You can't change what they're doing in Europe or
So
the
turning
Middle
off the
East.
TV.
Shut your TV off. Put away your computer. Listen to the noises that your house makes,
Right.
or your
Yeah.
car makes, or your family makes. Just be
Yeah.
a person with no electronics.
Yeah.
1 week, I dare you. It'll change your life.
There's so much joy. There's a lot of times when you guys are in the living room, when Sunday family dinner, or really any time that everybody's over, and you'll be in the living room and I'll be in the kitchen, and just listening to everybody just laughing
Yeah.
and the chatter
And
and the conversation and, the playing with the toys and the, little clinking sounds. And that's very regulating.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% true.
So much joy there.
Yep.
Reading your Bible, or
Yes.
listening to your Bible app. That is so nice.
My Bible app has an Irish lady. And
Does
she's,
it?
Yeah,
I'm
she's-
listening to Titus right now.
She's telling me about Jesus, and she's got this nice Irish lilt, and and here's what the Israelites might have been doing that day, and it's beautiful. I could listen all day.
That makes it very pleasant. So, okay. So we talked about overconsumption, over measuring, and over optimizing. And so we're just inviting you guys to pause.
Yep.
And if you
Super
have,
simple.
Yep. And if you have any questions, we are here to help.
Yeah, comment, with questions. We can answer questions in future episodes just by putting them in the comments. If you're commenting Survivor, you're going into a drawing for some kind of
Well,
valuable
we'll
prize.
do another $50 Amazon gift
It's
card.
a gift card? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. That makes it easy. Then I can just email it to them and they have it right, like, boop,
Ta-da!
ta-da, instantaneous.
it.
Yeah. Like magic.
What else?
Like, subscribe, follow, and comment. Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
We're thankful you guys are here.
Have a great day.
See you next week.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.